Sadma Pandamo Ishabadana Mate Pandamo Ishabadana Mate Jahara prasade bhai e bhavaturiya jai Jahara prasade bhai e bhavaturiya jai Krishna prapti ho jai Hari Hari Bol Krishna prapti ho jai Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kuriya Kya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kuriya Kya Padma Vakya Arana Kuriya Mane Asha Arana Kuriya Mane Asha Jagannath Puri janme janme Prabhu ke Jagannath Puri janme janme Prabhu ke Shri Guru Charane Rati Esa Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Esa Uttama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sharma Jai Prasade Pure Sharma Jagannath Puri janme janme Prabhu te Jagannath Puri janme janme Prabhu te Divya Jnana Prakatita Divya Jnana Prakatita Prema Bhakti Chahate Abhidasyanata Jate Prema Bhakti Chahate Abhidasyanata Jate Vedaya Hara Charito Vedaya Hara Charito Shri Guru Corona Sindhu Ajama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Corona Saju Ajamadana Bando Lokanath Nagar Divana Lokanath Nagar Divana Prabhu Kora Daya Deho More Pada Chaya Prabhu Kora Daya Deho More Pada Chaya Bejani Tripumana Bejani Tripumana Srila Prabhupada Kita Pavana Srila Prabhupada Kita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prasyachadishatarine Namaste Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Chaitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Ayodhyavasi Ram, Dasarata Nandana Ram, Janaki Sita Ram, Jaya Rama Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Shri Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Ram, Ram Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Ram, Ram Ram, Ayodhya Vasi Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Nandana Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar. Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Gaura Sundar. Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Om Vishnupadaya Param Saparavajakshari Astottara Satsrimad. His Divine Loving Grace Abhay Charana Arvind Swami Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Samasta Pakachara Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupadaya Param Saparavajakshari Astottara Satsrimad. His Divine Loving Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय नामचर्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्री सत गोस्वामी की जय श्री पंचतत्व की जय श्री निताय गौर सुंदर की जय देयर लॉर्डशिप श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय देयर लॉर्डशिप श्री राधा राधानाथ गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय तुलसी देव भक्ति देवी की जय गंगमा यमुना माई की जय सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the Lord Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Sri Sri Ram Janmabhoomi ki, Sri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Nitai Gopremanande Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Namaste Narsingaya. Namaste Narsingaya. Prahlad Lad Dayani. Prahlad Lad Dayani. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Tanka nakalaye, to nishingo. Ito nishingo pare to nishingo. Yato yato yamita to nishingo. Yato yato yamita to nishingo. Bahi nishingo hidaye nishingo. Bahi nishingo hidaye nishingo. Nashinga madhim charena prapadena. Nashinga madhim charena prapadena. Tav kar kamanavare nakam adbhuta shringam. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubringam. Kaisa padeta narahari rupa. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Tav kar kamanavare nakam adbhuta shringam. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubringam. Kaisa padeta narahari rupa. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Nashingadev, Jaya Nashingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र की, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, गौ प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Happy New Year 2024. It's still Happy New Year, right? Everybody's okay? All nicely situated in Krishna consciousness. Yes? No? Still thinking about it. You had a good holiday time? Okay. So, on behalf of New Jagannath Puri Temple, all its devotees and its management, and I'd like to say a very happy Krishna Conscious 2024. And I pray that Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra and Srishinitai Gauru Sundur and Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, the Guru Parampara and Srila Prabhupada would make your lives extremely Krishna conscious, actually. I think the one thing that we all lack is to be more focused on our spiritual life and less focused on our material life, actually. But that will happen by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Jai. Thank you very much, Ramarajan Guru. Hare Krishna. Yeah, that will happen by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So today, we thought that we're going to say something about Lord Ramachandra. And I was going to put up a presentation, but unfortunately, as Krishna would have it, the projector doesn't work. So maybe we'll just sing some bhajan and then we can try and speak a little bit about Lord Ramachandra. And we take it from there. Is it okay? You're all very quiet, actually. You're awake? Okay. Those of you that fell asleep, please put your hand up. Not now, okay. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasaratha Nandan Ram. 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 Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohan 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 Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasaratha Nandan Ram. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Ram Ram, Dasaratha Nandan Ram. Ram Ram, Dasaratha Nandan Ram. Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohan Ram. पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीत मोहन राम पतित सीत मोहन राम अयोध्यावासी राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राम अयोध्या अयोध्यावासी राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राम पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीत मोहन राम पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीत मोहन राम पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीत मोहन राम पतित सीत मोहन राम जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण जय निताय गौर सुंदर निताय गौर सुंदर जय निताय गौर सुंदर निताय गौर सुंदर गौर जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपद Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Prahamsa Pravijgacharya Sutta Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace abides at Anaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON Samstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada ki. BBT founder Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Prahamsa Pravijgacharya Sutta Sri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Mat Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Prem Shri Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrindi ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund Radhikund Giriraj Govardhan ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki. Shri Nilathu Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham ki. Shri Ayodhya Dham ki. Ganga Mai ki. Jamana Mai ki. Tulsi Devi ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Samaveda Bhakta Vrindi ki. Tilachip Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. Tilachip Shri Nitai Guru Sundar ki. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Shri Ayodhya Dham ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gopamanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So I thought we'll read this verse from Bhagavad Gita, and hopefully we can speak a little bit about it. Explain again. Very important verse, 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Last verse in the 12th chapter, verse number 20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yetu dharmamritam idam yoktayam parupasyate shadadana matparama bhaktaste time priyaha. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So we repeat, those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. In this chapter, the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, from verse 2 to the end, until this verse that we're speaking about, saying Maya evesha mano ye mam, fixing the mind on me, through ye tu dhamamritam idam, this religion of eternal engagement. The Supreme Lord explained the process of transcendental service for approaching Him. Such processes are very dear to the Lord, and He accepts a person engaged in them. The question of who is better, one who is engaged in the path of impersonal Brahman, or one who is engaged in the personal service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was raised by Arjuna. And the Lord replied to him so explicitly that there is no doubt that devotional service to the Personality of Godhead is the best of all process for spiritual realization. In other words, this chapter, it is decided that through good association, one develops attachment for pure devotional service and thereby accepts a bona fide spiritual master, and from him begins to hear and chant and observe the regulative principles of devotional service with faith, attachment, and devotion, and thus become engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. This path is recommended in this chapter. Therefore, there is no doubt that devotional service is the only absolute path for self-realization, for the attainment of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The impersonal conception of the Supreme Personality, Absolute Truth, as described in this chapter, is recommended only up to the time one surrenders himself for self-realization. In other words, as long as one does not have the chance to associate with a pure devotee, the impersonal conception may be beneficial. In the impersonal conception of the Absolute Truth, one works without fruitive result, meditates, and cultivates knowledge to understand spirit and matter. This is necessary as long as one is not in the association of a pure devotee. Fortunately, if one develops directly a desire to engage in Krishna consciousness in pure devotional service, he does not need to undergo step-by-step improvement in spiritual realization. Devotional service, as described in the middle 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, is more congenial. One need not bother about materials to keep body and the soul together, because by the grace of the Lord, everything is carried out automatically. Srila Prabhupada ki. Ye tu dharmamritam idam yato yuktam paro upasyate shadadhana mat parama bhaktaste tiyame priyaha. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakayam Chakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitam He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuva Evacha Patitanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangam laite girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam. Hare Krishna. So this verse is being very instructive, and it is saying that those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So, can I ask a question actually? Engage themselves with faith in what way actually? Anyone? How would you engage yourself with faith? How would you describe faith? So devotional service is the practice, but how would you define faith? Okay, but that also will be the process, remembering the Lord in every activity. How would you determine faith? How would you define faith? If I say that Krishna, Jagannath on the altar, is now offering, is taking his lunch, would you believe me? How many people would believe me? So few. There is a few things that he doesn't eat actually. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to accept Shastra with faith. So faith means that you understand implicitly that whatever Shastra says is absolutely true, 100%. So he said if Krishna is now taking his lunch, that means Krishna is taking his lunch. It's not that Krishna may be taking his lunch, possibly he'll be taking his lunch, or maybe we offered him something and he'll accept it or don't accept it is up to him, you know. He's taking his lunch. Faith means that whatever scriptures say is absolute. You have to accept that. If you don't accept it, then it becomes a challenge, because that means you have no faith. In this regard, when he's saying completely engage himself with faith, we engage in devotional service. So the devotional service is a practice. So this chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra that we do is a practice. It's devotional service, but it is devotional service in practice, which means the more we chant, the more we repeat the holy names of Krishna, the more we become purified. Our hearts become purified. Our consciousness becomes purified. And in that way, we are able to see what is actually the reality like that it is. So sometimes, not sometimes, many times, there's two things that exist actually. So in this material creation, what is real and what is illusion? Anybody? What is real in this material world? Okay, so what do you see is real or unreal? Real, okay. So when you see me as a person, what do you see? Person. But am I the body? So are you seeing me? Because I am not the body, so it means I am the spirit soul. Agreed? So if I'm the spirit soul, can you see my spirit soul? But you understand theoretically that I have a spirit soul. The fact that I'm talking to you means that I'm alive, right? Otherwise we have a problem actually. So this is the difference. So the reality is that whatever Shastra is saying in terms of this material world exists, but the material world is temporary. It has things that manifest and then unmanifest over a period of time. So these bodies that we have, at one stage they were young, they were children or babies, and then they were growing up, and then they get old, and eventually they'll all become decrepit, and we leave this body. But it's the soul that is doing that journey. The body itself is aging because of the process. Time is taking away your ability to understand things as they are. A young person at the age of 5 and an old man at the age of 70 may see the same thing, may understand the same activity, but will not be able to execute it. True? Why? The soul is different? Soul is the same? The body is different. The ability to do something, like for a child or a 5-year-old child to jump through a hoop, may be very easy because of the flexibility and agility of his body. But a 70-year-old man to do the same thing would be impossible, actually. Does it mean that the 70-year-old man's body doesn't have any value? Does it mean only the child's body has value? Does it mean the youth body have value? So the entire being from birth all the way to death has value. And that value can only be ascertained and utilized if it is used in the service of God. In your own particular service, and we've seen this time and time and time and time again, over your lifespan, your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents, whatever endeavor was there, they left something on a material platform. But they themselves don't exist anymore. And we don't really recognize the fact that they are there or not there, and that they've created this good fortune for us. True? How many of you sit back and think, oh, my grandfather, because he worked so hard, I have all these wonderful facilities that my parents have now given me, actually. You think like that? You just take it for granted that what you have is your God-given right, actually. But the challenge exists that these things have a source. They come from some place. They come from something that has produced them. In our understanding of Shastra, in understanding of Bhagavad Gita, it comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna himself has made this material world manifest so that we, the criminals of the spiritual world, have some place that we can go to. Otherwise, where would we be? Floating around in space. So Krishna has given us this wonderful material world with all these wonderful attributes that you can think about, actually. You get nice, good air, you get good weather, you have rain, you have sunshine, you have facility to eat and sleep and to do so many things. All these things are created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they are meant to be used in His service. They are not meant to be used in your service, actually. Whatever ability He has given you, whatever ability you have, that should be used in the service of God. If you utilize that ability that you have only for your own sense gratification or for the sense gratification of building something material, there'll be a point in time that you will die, or this body will die, And whatever you have created will stay behind. True? So an intelligent person will think, let me utilize my time wisely, because if this is temporary, there must be a permanent solution somewhere, isn't it? And what is that permanent solution, actually? Where is that permanent solution to be found? And again, Scripture is making the point, actually, like it is. That permanent solution is back in Golok Vrindavan, or back in Ayodhya Dham, or back in Mayapur Dham, or back in Puri Dham, wherever the Lord has his eternal pastimes that are manifested, actually. Because he has an abode where he has pastimes that are happening every single minute of the day, all the time, eternally. We understand Ramayana, and now it's theoretically a book for us. Lord Ramachandra came, he enacted this pastime, now he's gone. No, that's not true. Ramayana is an eternal pastime. It goes on every single minute, every single day, every single place in some part of the universe, actually. And Lord Ramachandra is enacting that pastime. And now he's given us this wonderful opportunity. I mean, have you ever thought about this, actually? You know, I mean, this Ayodhya temple opening is an amazing facility, actually. Absolutely amazing, actually. We've seen pictures, we've seen, you know, like diagrams, we've seen, they even showed the picture of the deity the other day, which was completely mesmerizing, actually, because this deity is made from saligram stone, actually, like that it is, which was like, wow. You know, for most of us, you know, to see a saligram shila may be like just a small piece of stone that you can carry in your hand, you know, like that. But this is like a big piece of saligram shila that they got from the Gandaki River, like it is, actually. And they've carved this deity out of that, actually. How auspicious this is, actually. This saga of establishing Ayodhya has been going on for 500 years. 500 years, actually. This conflict about who does it belong to. Was Ram born here? Did he live here? Was there a temple here? You know? And it went through like a whole process. You know, if you read the documentary and if you look at many of the details and articles, and there's a whole documentary going on about how they proved by fact, archaeological fact, that this was a temple that was built for Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra lived here. Now, if I tell you, how long do you think Lord Ram lived on Earth planet? Anybody want to take a guess? 18 years. So long. He was older when he went to the forest, actually. How many years? Take a guess. They did a calculation. He said 11,000 years, actually. Can you imagine that, actually? Now you might think like 11,000, we can't have lived to 80. But again, faith is required to understand that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's not some ordinary living entity like that. It is actually. He's not somebody that you can just, you know, yeah, okay, Haribol, you know, bye-bye. No, this is God himself, actually. And we, I mean, right now, in this day and age, today, tomorrow, seeing the consecration, seeing the installation, the pran pratishta of this deity in this Ayodhya Dham is mind-boggling, actually. You have no clue how fortunate you are, actually. You have absolutely no clue. You know, Srila Prabhupada speaks about the golden age of Kali Yuga that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought because he gave the holy names like that it is. This is just like, you know, like you have this cake and now we have this cream and now you're putting the cherry on top of the cake, actually. Like that it is. Because this is the blessings and mercy that will spread every single place, actually. Think about the goodwill that is being generated. Temples all over the world. Just in South Africa, I think there's like 180 temples celebrating this event, actually. There's 800 ISKCON temples all over the world celebrating this. Our Govardhan Eco Village from Mumbai, they're cooking prasad and they're distributing in Ayodhya every single day, on the street to every single person. Lokanath Swami, Radhanath Swami, you know, there's like tons of devotees that are there in Ayodhya right now, actually, like this, celebrating this event. Why? Is it just another temple? Is it just another Hindu temple somewhere somebody's opening? In New York, they have a place called Times Square. In Times Square, they have billboards that are lit up like throughout the day with advertising that is going on about businesses and different things. Tomorrow, they'll be doing a live broadcast of the entire installation ceremony. Look at it. In Times Square, New York. This is not a small thing, actually. You may think, oh, I'm living in South Africa and going to this new Jagannath Puri temple, they'll light some lamp, they'll offer some fruit. Not a big deal, you know. But the whole world is chanting the names of Lord Ram. And that is very, very significant, actually. Because the punya, the sukriti that it is be created, that will be generated, will help the entire world. Right now, the world is in chaos. Everywhere there's some difficulty, some challenge, some misery, some suffering. Something is going on, actually, negatively. But I'm convinced that after tomorrow, many of these things will change, actually, like that. You may not see huge incremental things. You know, the war in Russia may not stop, but you'll see gradually there'll be an incremental change that will happen over the period of time, actually, like that it is. That will bring about goodwill in your life, in the lives of your family, your friends, the communities, the country, the world. Simply because of this one thing, actually. If you take up this path of imperishable devotional service. So what does it mean for us, actually? Just worshipping Lord Ram tomorrow and then Om Tat Sat. On Tuesday we can go back to doing some nonsense again, like it is, or Wednesday, whatever the day you may think it is possible. No. Worshipping of Lord Ramachandra means dedicating your life. It means giving your time, giving him your time. That you think you have, actually. It's not your time, it's his time. But still you think it's your time. Because like now you're making arrangements to come to the temple. No, I have to go to temple today, I'll do this, and then I'll go do my own business and do this. And no, it's not your time. It's Lord Ram's time. It's Krishna's time. Krishna says, time I am. It is time. But the more we give to Krishna, the more time we give to Krishna, the more service we give to Krishna, the more effort we give to Krishna, then your life will become meaningful. It'll become successful. Srila Prabhupada explains that you have a big machine, right? And the material world can be compared to a machine, right? But in this machine, you've got many, many small nuts and bolts and twigs and wigs and cogs and things that fit together, right? Are they necessary for the machine to operate? 100%. If you take one part of the machine, won't work 100%. It'll work a little bit less like it is. So similarly, in our lives, it's like that. Yes, we have wife and children and bond and car and money and so many things all combined over there to make your life miserable. But if you want to make your life happy, then you have to give that portion of it to Krishna, to Lord Ramachandra. Hand him the problem, tell him, okay, if you're my master, then you take care of me. Why do I have to do this on my own, actually? This is what it means to surrender to God, to have faith that God will take care of you. But we don't have that faith. Because if I'm asking a stupid question back like that. Anyone sitting in this room has ever starved in your entire life, irrespective of the circumstances? Anyone? You're feeling too shy to say not like that it is actually. But I can say with a great amount of sincerity or positiveness that no one sitting in this room has ever starved in their life where they were going to die. Isn't it? Somehow or the other, by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you were fed, you were taken care of, you were maintained. Somehow or the other, like that it is actually. Who made that arrangement? Did you make it yourself? Did somebody else make the arrangement? Or it happened by providence? How these things work actually? So God makes arrangements for everybody. Srila Prabhupada explains that an elephant is eating 40 tons of foliage in the forest. An ant is eating 1 grain of sugar. Somebody is making the arrangement for both of them to live actually. Like that it is. Who's that personality? My spiritual master always makes this point. This oxygen you're breathing in all the time, where are you getting it from? The trees are very nicely taking in the carbon dioxide and giving off oxygen. But who's made this wonderful arrangement? You made it? Scientists made it? God made it. And God is giving you every single opportunity to use your mind, your intelligence, your body, your words, your money, and everything that you own in His service, actually. And look at how kind He is. Just look at how kind He is. If you offer Him money, does He take the money? If you bring some fruit and milk, now we have some fruit and milk, you'll offer it to Him over here. Does He take it away? Or does He give back to you? Who gets it? You benefit. So whatever you offer, He's so readily able to give it back to you, actually. Think of it as a parent. You know? So when children are young like that it is, they'll come to the father or the mother for Mother's Day or Father's Day, give me some money. Take the money from the mother or father, go buy something for the parent, and then offer it to the parent. Isn't it? You are smiling, right? True. And then what does a parent do? If it's something edible, what would the parent do? Share it with the child. God is doing the same thing on a bigger scale, and we're still thinking that we're doing this, actually. So we have to engage our entire being in this imperishable part of devotional service, actually, and engage completely, not just little bit, not like 1%, 2%, you know. You know, to give an example, if you want to go to the beach, you don't go to the edge of the water, put your toe in and say, okay, maybe I had a bath now, it's fine. I'll go home. You do that? You go into the water, you immerse yourself completely, and you come out completely refreshed, actually. Like that. So devotional service is like that. Engaging in devotional services is like that. Don't do something, you know, like 1%, 2%, 3%. Put 100% in. It's okay. Because the return is 100% also, actually. It's not like the return is 1%. But we don't have faith that God will take care of us. We don't have faith that Krishna or Lord Ramachandra will actually give us what we need, actually. Because our needs are different from what He wants. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, for my devotee, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. But we want something different from that. We want something more. Remember, for all of us, in whatever shape of, you know, whatever practice or whatever stage of spiritual life you have in your consciousness that you're currently practicing, remember one thing. You will never get anything more than what you deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. True or not true? That's how it works. You can call it karma, you can call it destiny, you can call it whatever you want. But the reality is that you'll only get what you deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you take an example of a parent that has children, 2 children, we'll use as an example. One child's a nice child, obedient, kind, gentle, generous, loving, caring. Other child, not so much the same, like it is. Who do you think the parent will give more time and energy to? Both? No? Parent will be partial. The child that is giving the parent more time and more energy and more attention will be the object of affection. That's it. Ask any parent that has 2 children, they'll tell you. They favor one child over the other anyway, actually. It's a natural instinct. This child loves me more, that child loves me less. You listen to parents all the time having this argument. Somebody was telling me yesterday, one Mataji was telling me yesterday, it doesn't matter what I do for my children, they're still their father's daughters, actually, like that, you know. No, they only love their father. It doesn't matter what I do, actually. I can do the best thing for them, but still they love their father more than they love me, actually. This is how it is. So Krishna, although he's completely impartial, but he's more favorable to those people that are rendering service to him. He's just more favorable. That's how simple it is, actually. So whatever emotions you have, Krishna has also, because they're coming from him. The love that you have in your heart is coming from Krishna, not that you have love on your own. So when Krishna decides to love, then you have to actually accept that love. Srila Prabhupada made one very nice point. He was saying, when Krishna wants to give you something, let's assume Krishna decides to give you, a whole lot of wealth like that it is, right? So you have two hands. How much can you hold? Anyone? How many? Whatever this palmful will be, that's it, you can hold. And it'll overflow because Krishna can give you these 10 hands you can't hold with your 2 hands. But if Krishna want to take something away from you with these 10 hands, how much can you hold? How much can you hold? If he decides that he wants to take everything away from you, he can do it just like that. But still, he tries to fulfill everybody's desire. He tries to give everybody facility. And the only reason he does that, we go through challenges, we go through difficulties in life simply because Krishna, Lord Ramachandra, is giving us a reminder. You're on the wrong path. You need to change. You need to move direction. You need to get your bearings right. And this is the only way we can get to the point that we want to do, actually. Because if we don't, these obstacles, these difficulties, these challenges, they're not like the all, end all of the world, actually, like that it is. They're there specifically to remind you of where you need to be. Like, when you were in school, you had a compass. So sometimes you use the compass, and the compass will say whether you're 10 degrees off or 20 degrees off, like that it is. So that's what it is. These obstacles, these challenges, these things come in your pathway is to readjust that compass so that you get your alignment right, so that you go towards God, not away from Him, actually. Because the more you serve yourself, or the more you think about your sense gratification, the further you'll go away from God. But the more you serve God, the closer you'll go to Him, actually, like that it is. Now the choice is ours, obviously. Do we want to go closer, or do we want to go further? Further means, it has its advantages. You can be in Maya all the time. You can be intoxicated, or you can be in a state of stupor to drugs, or whatever the case. Maybe you can eat like a glutton. You can do so many things, actually, like that it is. But does it bring happiness? Or does it bring illness, distress? So Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita also. The different kinds of people approach him, actually. Inquisitive people, distressed people, people looking for knowledge, people looking for money. So many things are there, actually. Get it? What is it that you're looking for? But the person that's actually looking for God out of inquisitiveness, that person is favored best, actually, like that it is. Because it shows that there's an intent. It's like when you came to temple today, you didn't come blindly here. You didn't just stumble here. You came with an intention. I'm coming to the Hare Krishna temple today. I want to worship Lord Ramachandra. I want to participate in this glorious event of this installation of Lord Ramachandra like it is. I want to. Everybody wants to. Everybody's looking for the mercy that will flow from here, the benefit that you will get. If you're not going to get benefit, why would you do anything? Why would you get in your vehicle and drive to a temple if you're not going to get any benefit like it is? So obviously you come because there's an intention. So similarly, the intention that we do to make ourselves dear to Krishna is to engage our mind, our words, and everything else that we have in association to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada in the Prabhupada, he says, in this chapter, it is decided that through good association, one develops attachment for pure devotional service and thereby accepts a bona fide sports master, and from him begins to hear and chant and observe the regulative principles of devotional service with faith, attachment, and devotion, and thus become engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. So the first thing that he's looking for here is through what? Good association. And what does good association mean, actually? Good association means like-minded people. We call this, like in the old days, you would find they call this a satsang. Satsang means, sat means eternal, sang means association. There's a meeting of minds in a common objective like that it is. It's not something separate like that it is, actually. Everybody that is here has one common objective. We came to worship God. So in that sense, we all benefit from that thing. But just good association is not enough. Through good association, one develops attachment for pure devotional service. So attachment is more important than just the good association. The good association will give you access to attachment. And what kind of attachment are you looking for? Spiritual attachment. I want to be attached to what? I'm attached to chanting Hare Krishna. Or I'm attached to Lord Ramachandra, worshipping him. I'm attached to offering arti, or offering incense, or offering fruit. I become attached to those things. And that attachment that we have develops attachment for pure devotional service, actually. So remember, attachment is a gradual thing. To give a mundane example, boy, you see, then you go one step at a time, and then you get better and better and better, and you develop more attachment, and you get liking for it, and then you start to enjoy it. And when you start to enjoy it, that means you have some attachment for it. And once attachment comes to the thing, then you will do it without somebody having to ask you. It's like when you're eating. The first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra was asking Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu gathered in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, what did they do? Remember? Prabhupada saying, silly question. If you give somebody a nice plate of prasad, what you're going to ask, what did he do? Actually, he's going to eat. So if you gathered in the battlefield, then you're going to fight. So similarly, we develop these attachments a little bit at a time, and we become enamored, and then with that attachment comes faith. And with that faith becomes strong attachment, what we call ashakti, like that it is actually. And when you get to that stage of ashakti, then you know that Krishna is looking at you favorably, actually. You know that Krishna is looking at you favorably, actually. Because after ashakti, it means that comes ruchi. This taste for doing something devotional for the Lord without somebody asking you. Nobody have to tell you, okay, because we're opening Ayodhya temple, go to the temple and pray. No, you'll go to the temple anyway. Every day you'll go. Because you want to see God. You want to see Krishna because you understand that Krishna is present. You will chant every day. You will offer your bhoga every day. You will eat prasad every day. You will do so many activities that help you in your spiritual journey. Yes, I'm not saying that you will stop working. You will still have to go to job and maintain that aspect of your life, because obviously you have to maintain your bills and your family and all the other things that come with it. But you try and find this medium where I can do both. I am going to work, but the money that I earn from work, I utilize for the service of my family and God. Srila Prabhupada gave a very simple example. Somebody goes to a bank, ATM, and draws money. Now, alcoholic will take the money and he'll go buy alcohol. A devotee will take the money and he'll buy some vegetables to offer to Krishna. The use of the money, very different. But money is the same. So similarly in our lives, we earn money, but utilize the money in Krishna's service, in Lord Ramachandra's service. You don't have to utilize the money in your own sense gratification, actually. Does it mean that you have to live like a pauper? No. You want to live in a nice house, you have the facility? No problem. You offer the house to Krishna, you stay there and you serve him. You buy a nice car, you buy a car and drive it for Krishna and take Krishna around in it. No problem. You earn money, you go on pilgrimage. So many things can be done if you utilize whatever you have that Krishna is giving you, actually, like that it is. Lord Ramachandra is giving you. And there's no difference between Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, actually. Many people have this concept that Krishna is one, Ram is other. Ram is Madhya Purusha. Madhya Purusha means he's a perfect son, perfect husband, perfect, well, father will be a little bit debatable, brother, like that it is, in that sense, actually. Krishna, on the other hand, he decided, no, I'm a cowherd boy. So he's not really the prince. He's living in a rural village, tending cows. He's a Vaishya, like that it is. But Lord Ramachandra, he's brought up in this palace with all the trimmings that come with it, actually. As a king, as a righteous person, doing the right activity in every aspect of his life. When he was told by Dasratha that he has to go in exile, he didn't argue. My father said I have to go in exile, I have to go. Bas. When Vishwamitra came and took him to kill the demons, Vishwamitra is taking me to kill the demons, I'm going to go. When Bharat came and said, no, you need to come back because father left the planet now. No, I'm not coming. Father told me I have to stay in the forest. I'm staying to fill my vial. So whatever he did, when Subhakana came and told him, now I want to marry, he said, no, I can't marry you. I only have one wife. So very righteous person. And that is why, many people feel like there's a difference between Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. The only difference is Leela. There's nothing else actually. The color may be different, the Leela may be different, but the personality is the same. Srila Prabhupada once, when he was saying, there was devotees having this discussion about Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, he said, Hare Ram can meet Lord Ramachandra, he can meet Balaram, whatever you want actually. However you see Krishna as your Ishta Devata in your heart, however you see the mantra being represented, you can take it like that. You don't have to say, this mantra says that or this mantra says that. So Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, if you want to think that in the Hare Ram is referring to Lord Ramachandra, so be it, no problem. If you want to think that Hare Ram refers to Lord Krishna or Balaram, so fine, no problem. So Lord Ramachandra is that personality who shows the ideal characteristics of a person, of a son, of a brother, husband, leader, politician, everything. Ideal personality actually. And therefore he's coming back. It's like during Diwali we celebrate all this lighting of these lamps. This lighting of the lamps is not just a show to show Lord Ram how to come here. Lord Ram is more effulgent than all of us combined actually. Look at it. So he didn't have to look for light to find his way actually. But it's a sign of welcome. The lamps that we offer is our offering, is our heart that we're offering to Krishna, to Lord Ramachandra. We're not offering the lamp because we want to show him the light. He got light. He's the source of light actually. You can't give him light. It doesn't make any sense. But the lamp that we're offering is an indication of our heart that we're offering. We are offering our heart to the Lord. And you can't offer your heart today and then tomorrow say, I want it back. It's not going to work like that. If you offer your heart, then it belongs to the other person. You can't take it back, actually. But we have to live that. And this is where the faith comes into the consideration. This is where the attachment comes into the consideration. This is where devotional service comes into consideration. So whatever we're offering, today, tomorrow, for the rest of our life, we have to do it in a way that makes sense, is meaningful, it is purposeful, and actually has an intention to reach the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. That's the goal, actually. So celebrating the return of Ram to Ayodhya, or Ram's rightful, temple being established in Ayodhya, is just one aspect. The offering of ourselves to Lord Ramachandra is the other aspect, actually. It's not just a day-end festival tomorrow. This is a festival the rest of your life. And in the same way, we need to welcome him into our lives and establish him as the Lord of Lords in our heart. And therefore, they've been asking people to light lamps, people to have celebrations, festivals, glorify, chant, do whatever you can. And tomorrow we'll be offering the same opportunity here at New Jagannath Puri. The coronation is taking place in the morning, sometime around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I think, according to South African time. Hopefully we'll have our live broadcast to work. And if it does, we'll be able to broadcast the entire ceremony in the temple. But tomorrow evening, we'll gather together because all of you work. We'll gather, I think 5 o'clock, there's some bhajans that will be going on in the temple room. And then 6 o'clock, we'll have a discourse. And then 7 o'clock, we'll have a nice big arti. We're trying to have a fireworks display that we're not trying to get permission for, so we'll see how that goes. And then we'll serve some nice prasadam, and hopefully we can all dance and chant in ecstasy and glorify Lord Ramachandra. And you have the opportunity again to offer lambs and fruits and flowers to Lord Ramachandra on the altar. And we hope and pray that this installation, this coronation of Lord Ramachandra would light up your life in the way that you would like it to be lit up, actually, spiritually. Not just today and tomorrow, but eternally until you go back home, back to the lotus feet of the Lord, actually. Hare Krishna. Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gopramanandi. Anybody has any comments or questions or reflections that they want to mention before we have Arti? There's a few announcements I know that they have to make. One thing is that we were meant to have a book awards, but we postponed the book awards to next Sunday, so just so that you know. So next week Sunday we'll have the book awards at the temple. It's nice to see so many of you at the temple, so I'm going to make one plea that please come every week. Because Lord Ram is here every week, actually. He didn't come just this week, actually. Every week he's here, every day he's here. So if you can, please come as regularly as you can. Participate in the kirtan and the discourses, and hopefully things will get better. Prasadam will be served downstairs in the hall. It's Ekadasi today. After Aarti, you have an opportunity to offer lamps or fruits if you haven't done that as yet. If you have, then that's fine. You can go straight down and take prasad. But if you haven't, then we'd like to offer you the opportunity. These Matajis are all waiting to be of service to you. One request is that after prasadam, please try and clean up the area where you're taking prasadam to the best of your ability. We've noticed that sometimes the devotees forget to clean up after themselves. So we would like you to please try and do that if you can. And then we have our Rath Yatra festival coming up in a few months' time, and the Durban beachfront. So if any of you are looking to do some service or to be able to assist us financially or in any other way, please let us know. We'd really appreciate all the help we can get. And then lastly but least, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is the serving the Vaishnavas. Serving Vaishnavas means that all of you seated here fall in that category of Vaishnavas actually. So serving the Vaishnavas like we will do after this. This is one aspect, offering the lamps and fruits and flowers, is serving the Vaishnavas by offering you some facility. But we'll also offer you prasadam every day like that. So every festival that Srila Prabhupada has, he was very specific that we should be able to offer some prasadam to the people that come. And not just some prasadam, he wanted us to offer sufficient prasadam so that you are full and that you are satisfied actually. So you also, all of you, have the same opportunity. If you'd like, you can donate some money to the Vaishnav Seva, which means that we will use that Lakshmi to feed the devotees on a weekly basis at the temple, at the programs that we render to help us sustain what we do actually. And this is a nice seva. Serving the Vaishnavas is very important actually. By serving the Vaishnavas, you get the blessings of the Vaishnavas, and then by the blessings of the Vaishnavas, you get the blessings of Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shinitai Gaur Sundar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Go Pramanande. So thank you very much for being so attentive and appreciative. Appreciate it. And now we will have kirtan, and then after that we will offer lamps, and prasadam will be served in the hall downstairs. Hare Krishna. You sing. Oh, one last thing. We have a few Ramayans on the altar. If anybody would like a copy, please let us know. You'll be able to take it directly from the altar on the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gauri Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur, Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Ayodhya Vasi Ram, Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya. Everybody. Dasarata Ayodhya Vasira Ram Ram Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya Vasira Ram Dasarata Nandana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Ayodhya Vasira Ram Ram Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Ayodhya Vasira Ram Ram Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya Ayodhya Vasira Ram Ram Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Ayodhya Vasira Ram Ram Dasarata Nandana Ayodhya Vasira Ram Dasarata Nandana Patita Pavana Janaki Jivana Sita Mohana Patita Pavana Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sita Ram Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jai Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Oh Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavat mein Jagannath Swami. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavat mein Jagannath Swami Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavat mein Jagannath Swami. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavat mein Oh Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Bhavat mein Oh Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai. Oh, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gauranga Jaya. Oh, Nitai, 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 Nitai Gaurango, Nitai, 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 Nitai. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gaurango, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hari, Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hari, Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hari. Oh, Jaya Satchinandana Gaura Hari, Jaya Satchinandana Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, 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 Gaura Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Vishnupad Pahamsa Bhagavacharya Satasya Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Samstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki BBT Founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Jaya Vishnupad Pahamsa Bhagavacharya Satasya Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maha Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamkun Radhakun Giriraj Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Shri Ayodhya Dham Ki Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki that Lordship Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki, that Lordship Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki, that Lordship Shri Nidai Gaura Sundar Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Nitai Gopramanande. All glories to Samal devotees, all glories to the Samal devotees, all glories to the Samal devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Like I said, if you haven't offered your lamp or you didn't get a chance to do that, you can do that now. And then after that, you can go downstairs to the hall where prasadam is being served. Hare Krishna.